Hi, this is Tracy from GiftBasketappeal, and today we're going to be making some flower embellishments. I'm going to be using some pearls and of course some rhinestones because you can't have enough bling. So let's get started. What I did is I went online and I looked for a template, and so I saw several different flower templates, so you can just choose the one that you want. I cut it out in this cereal box just so that I can have this to work on future projects if I need a flower shape. But there are so many of them, so you can just choose the one that you like. You can go even smaller than this if you want, but I'm going to be using this for an upcoming project. I'm also going to be using some art glitter glue, but I do have my glue gun out just in case I need that. And so what we're going to be doing is using this white cardstock for our backing because it's stiff. And on the inside part, I'm just going to start by adding a little bit of my art glitter glue. Well, I thought it was a little bit. I'm just going to spread that around just a little bit there. Well, you're going to use a little bit of art glitter glue. And I'm going to start putting my pearls on in the middle. I figure I do pearls in the middle. And these particular pearls I will list below. I really like them. They're a flat back pearl, and I really like using those types of pearls. And I'm just using, that's a large one. I think I'm going to go a little bit smaller. And so I'm just doing this in the center for right now. And then I'm going to go around and kind of fan out a little bit. I want to hurry up and get these on here because that art glitter glue, it dries clear, but it also dries really fast. I'm just trying to center it the best that I can. It was drying pretty good too. Okay, now I'm going to go in with some smaller ones. Just right around here. This might be a good time to use my quick stick tool here. Just trying to go in somewhat of a pattern, just so that everything kind of comes out even. And this is one of those crafts that you do while you're watching your favorite show. So if I wasn't on camera, I would probably be watching one of my favorite period dramas, Sense and Sensibility or Pride and Prejudice. I never get tired of watching those. See, I think I'll go a little bit smaller on this. See, I like these because they have different sizes, so you can kind of measure them out a little bit. Oh, I'm really loving the way that looks. That pearl. I had done a similar project to this using, I used a heart shape. If you remember that, I will post that below. And as usual, I will make sure I put all of the supplies I use below. Okay, it's almost like a puzzle where you're just trying to kind of have everything even out. So you're trying to fit the right ones in there. But I am really loving these. I just purchased these from Amazon, and it's 1,000. I believe it's 1,000 pieces. So that should last me a pretty long time. I'm just kind of pushing these over a little bit, just to kind of fit them in there. Let's see what we got here. We'll put another little one in there. Let's see, a little bit smaller on that. So I'm just trying to wedge one right in between there. Okay, and I'm pretty happy with that. Just going to put a few more in here, and then we're going to change it over and do the petals in rhinestone. These are super tiny ones, so adorable. Thank goodness for this tool, the quick stick pickup tool, because it'd be pretty difficult to try to pick these up with my hand. I'm just going to do a little bit of shifting here. Kind of make sure that they're in there. I think I was a little bit too heavy-handed with the glue, but it's all going to dry clear, so it's okay. Okay, and I think I may end up going ahead and changing over to the rhinestones as soon as I get this one on here. see. So that's what I have so far. Already looks really pretty and pearly. And so now I'm going to go ahead and get my rhinestones together here. But this is super easy and a great way to make embellishments. So if you want to make really little ones, you can. You don't have to make them this big. Or if you want to make them bigger, you could do that too. So I'm just kind of going right around here. Just shifting these around. Put another row in there. And I'm not using like all of the same sizes. I'm just kind of fitting it in as I go. And I'm just going to go around this edge right here. That way I have a nice curved line around the edge here. And I want to at least show you how to do one of the petals, because I think from there you'll pretty much know how to do this. And if you want to use hot glue, you can. I just like working with the art glitter glue. It just seems like it's a lot easier to manipulate. And you can shift these around in case you're not happy with where you put them, at least before it dries. Okay, I'm going to drop some little tiny ones in there. Okay, so that's the first petal done. And so on here, there's a couple of little spaces that are showing, and I'm going to show you how we're going to fix that. So I'm going to go ahead and do all of these, and then I'll come back and we're going to go in and use some of the ice stickles, the glitter glue, and we're going to fix that. We're going to go ahead and fill it in. It's going to give it even more of a shine. Okay, so all of our rhinestones are on here, and I'm going to go ahead and fill in these little white spaces. And you don't have to do it. It still looks fine. So if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. I'm going to try to face this toward the window so you can see what it looks like. Look how pretty and sparkly that is. So in order to fill in those, I'm just taking some of my ice stickles. I just want to get a nice squeeze on this right to the top. Okay, and so what you're going to do is you're just going to go in between, just right in between here. And if you want to see how I did that heart using the same technique, I will post that video below. Go ahead and check it out. And this is going to be really pretty for embellishing some of the things that I like to do. Because of course, you know, all those flower boxes that I like to make, it's always nice to have something to go on it. So I may do a flower box. I may do some type of bottle. Just let me know what you think. So I'm using things that are already in my stash. And so I'm just going in between this, and it just fills right in. You don't have to give it a hard squeeze. And it just flows right in between. And this is silver. I also have I have this gold that I haven't used yet, but I really like these. Okay, so I'm just going in there and filling this in. And don't be afraid to play with sizes on this too. You can make them smaller. There are some smaller templates on there, or if you just want to make your own. But this is a great technique. I really like doing this. Okay, and so those are all filled in now. I also have this some stickles, and this is Stardust, and this is actually made by Ranger. It's for paper crafting, and it's acid free. It's Stardust Stickles, and this is non-toxic, and it has an easy flow tip on it. And what I did already started doing is putting some in between the pearl area, and it gives this nice sparkly kind of finish in between. I wonder if you can really see this. So I just went in between the pearls with this. But what a great way to enhance your embellishments. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry, and I let this dry for about an hour. And look how pretty that is. Absolutely gorgeous. And I'm going to show you the other one that I did. This one is already dry. Oops. Okay, so what I did was I went in, I started with a larger pearl in the middle, and then I went right around the outer part of that pearl with some smaller ones. I kept getting smaller and smaller. These are a little bit larger, and this is just a smaller one. And let me show you the itty bitty flower that I did. Okay, what I did was I ended up just doing this little tiny one. And so you see how you can vary the sizes on these? And so I put a pearl right on top of I had a rhinestone in the middle, and it didn't show up. It didn't really pop as much. And then I went and put a pearl in here. And then I used this, my little thrift store find. I used this and just outlined right around the edge of that. And then I went around it with more rhinestones. So I hope this inspired you as usual. I will post pictures at the end, but these are so cute. I'm really loving this. So for spring or Mother's Day coming up, I'm trying to send you as many flower ideas. So tell me if you like this, but you can also do these in other different shapes, so you don't have to do a flower. So Thanks so much for joining me, and tell me how you would use this, because I would use this on a flower box or possibly a bottle that has a flat surface. So stay tuned for that. I may have to do another soapbox possibly. Thanks again for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and as usual, comment below because I am so inspired by your comments. Bye.